We are ready to start. Once the convocation music starts, you are all expected to rise in your seats and keep standing till the Saraswati Vandana gets over and lighting of the lamp happens. Your cue is the people sitting on the dais, they sit, you sit. You ready? Phone silent. These dark glasses need to be taken off. There is no sun in the Audi. Please, you will not come on stage with your dark glasses on. सॉरी, अब बैठे रहो. Music. आ गए सर.
हे शारदे मां
Good afternoon, esteemed guests, parents, and dear students. On behalf of IILM, I heartily welcome you to the annual convocation of the PGDM batch 2024. I take the privilege of introducing before you our esteemed chief guest, Shri Rajesh Sood, and our chairperson, Shri Rajiv Dubey. Also on the dais, we have our Director General, Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, and Dean PGDM, Professor Raju Majumdar. Shri Rajesh Sood is the managing partner at Atsaya Partners LLP and the former managing director, Financial Services at Bharti Enterprises. Prior to this, Shri Rajesh Sood has had a long stint with Max Life as a CEO and managing director. Shri Rajesh Sood has also held important portfolios with ANZ Grindlays Bank and with Bank of America. He was also co-chairman of the CII Committee on Insurance and Pensions for 3 years. Shri Sood is an alumnus of FMS, University of Delhi, and passionate about building and leading high-performance institutions. IILM welcomes you, sir. Shri Rajiv Dubey is the chairperson of the advisory board at IILM. He is also the chairman of the Magic Bus Foundation and serves on multiple academic and corporate boards, including the Yale School of Management and Xavier School of Management, XLRI. Shri Dubey has held key leadership roles at Mahindra Group and spent 29 years with Tata Group, including 7 years as Managing Director and CEO, first of Tata Metallics and Rallis India. With expertise in HR, governance, and strategy, he actively mentors and advises organizations. He is an alumnus of St. Columba's School, St. Stephen's College, Delhi School of Economics, and Yale School of Management. It is interesting to note that Shri Dubey has performed on television and radio plays and has acted in professional theatre in Delhi and Calcutta. We welcome you, sir. Sir, I now welcome you to share your opening thoughts and say a few words to the graduating batch, parents, and faculty members.
It's my privilege to be standing here in front of you. First, my heartiest congratulations to the graduating class and to the faculty and others who have made it possible for you to step out of the portals of this hallowed institution. Not the time for me to give you too many words of wisdom or advice, but I'd like to just say a few things. The first is that as you step out into the brave new world, which is full of uncertainty, which is full of pushback from all kinds of stakeholders, and where there is hyper connectedness, the one thing that will stand you instead as your compass and as the North Star is the purpose of your life. I know it's a word that can mean many things, but if those of you who are able to find out what is it that I am really looking for in life, that clarity will provide you with guidance right through your career. So that's the first thing I'd like to advise you. Try and find out what your purpose is. It cannot just be to make money. It just cannot be to succeed. We can take that as granted. There has to be something else, and if you can find that something else, that is what will guide you and lead you forward in life through all the ups and downs. The second thing is to be aware that that purpose must help you to unleash the potential that is lying untapped in you, in every situation, and in all people that you meet. Your role as a leader is to create the conditions under which people can be at their best in pursuit of the purpose. Of course, you have to work very hard and there will be failure. Failure is something to be embraced as the stepping stone to success. So, the fact that you will fail is a given. What you do after you fail is what will distinguish the great from the not so great. One other piece of advice is that in the brave new world, we have to use what could be called the whole mind, where you have to combine the so-called left brain of intellect, logic, and rationality with the so-called right brain of empathy, of connection, of intuition. Only those people who can combine both the left and the right brain will succeed in the tumult and chaos of the brave new world. Most of all, if there's one word that I'd like you to remember, and I know that may be asking too much, is that life and business is based on trust. If you can, through your behavior, create trust, that more than anything else will lead you to success, to achieve your purpose. Having said that, I'm afraid I cannot close but state three words that for me have been my North Star and have helped me through the thick and thin, not only of the corporate life, but also my own life. And what are these three words? Satya, Prem, and Seva. I don't want to elaborate, but if, no matter what you do, if you can stay on the path of Satya, Prem, and Seva, I have no doubt that you will not only be successful, but will also find meaning and purpose and joy in your lives. With these many words, good luck, God bless, and may you achieve everything that you set out to achieve once you walk out of these doors. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Sir, thank you so much for your kind words. I think you've given them a great piece of advice. I now request our Director General, Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, to commence with the convocation proceedings.
May I request Sri Rajiv Dubey, Chairperson of the Board of Governors of IILM Lodhi Road, New Delhi, to declare the convocation open by saying the convocation is open.
The convocation is open.
Sir, Dr. Chaturvedi, I request you to kindly deliver the welcome address and share the academic report for the year 23-24.
Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Rajesh Sood ji, Chairman of the Board of Governors, IILM Lodhi Road, Sri Rajiv Dubey ji, Founder of IILM Group of Institutions, Sri Anil Rai, Sri P. Dwarkanath, Chancellor IILM University, Gurugram, Dr. Sujata Sahi, Group Vice Chancellor IILM Universities, Ms. Aarti Rai, Sri Anand Rai, distinguished guests, parents, family members, and dear students. I extend a very warm welcome to all distinguished guests. Let me congratulate the students of PGDM Batch 2024 on their accomplishments. We are very proud of you as you have secured an admirable position in some of the best companies in India. Some of you are doing very well in the family businesses and also your startups. This is the 29th convocation of the PGDM batch of IILM Lodhi Road, New Delhi. Founded in 1993, IILM is known for quality of holistic management education rooted in the Indian context. In the last 31 years, 6,000 plus students have benefited from quality management education. Having joined your institute few months back, I am new to the system but very proud of the accomplishments of one of the oldest private sector management schools in the country. Kindly allow me to present a snapshot of the major activities undertaken during the last 1 year. Placement of batch 2024. Around 130 companies visited the IILM campus for the final placement activities. The placement highlights include a range of opportunities across various domains such as consulting, FMCG, apparel, banking, retail, BFSI, manufacturing, automation, and real estate. Top recruiters at IILM include BlackRock, Deloitte, KPMG, L'Oreal, Oxen Partners, Reliance Retail, Protiviti, Wipro, Gartner, Larsen & Toubro, Lloyd Technology, One Bank, Tata Consumer, Rockman Industries, Hero Group, Aditya Birla Fashion, Axis Bank, SDFC, Kotak Bank, Asian Paints, and Sora, Dubai. The highest package was offered by One Bank, AI-based. It is a AI-based digital banking platform in the range of rupees 22 to 24 lakh per annum, followed by the Federal Bank. 3 students from IILM Lodhi Road campus got placed in BlackRock, which offered the highest package for the talent acquisition and financial analysis role. 6 students got 2 offers and 2 students got PPO in L'Oreal. Few students have joined family businesses for investing their knowledge to scale up their businesses. These companies are Meyer Alloys Private Limited, SRG Corporation, Anubhav Industries, DR International, Inside the Box, DBS Alloys, Fusion Polymer Industries, and Jayashree Fashions. On faculty expansion and research endeavors, I am happy to inform you that in the last year, we have added 12 bright young faculty members who are PhDs from IIM Ahmedabad, FMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and IIT Ropar. Our student-faculty ratio is better than the norms prescribed by the AICTE or UGC. We have also engaged 6 industry professionals with rich experience for teaching different electives. They are senior executives with an average of 20 years of experience. We are promoting research. In each B school, faculty members are expected to do teaching, undertake research, and also do institution building. Recently, the role of research has got impetus by the national ranking and accreditation. At IILM, we have started to lay emphasis on importance of research by faculty. Recently, we have introduced the new research policy to encourage and incentivize faculty members to pursue research and publish their research papers in international refereed journals. Some of the highlights of research output by IILM faculty, there is a list, long list. I'm cutting short it, but I can assure you that our faculty members are taking cudgels on behalf of the institute to improve the research profile of the institute. With the number of faculty increasing, I am hopeful that the research output of your institute will be much higher in the next year. Industry exchange. As an institution, we believe in deeper engagement with industry. To do so, we have taken a few new initiatives to benefit our students. Our key initiative is the CXO series, which brings top executives to our campus for direct interaction with the students. These sessions aim to infuse real-world industry knowledge into academics and offer career guidance and mentorship from experienced professionals. The CXO Leadership Series began in August 2024 with 2 successful sessions happened so far. The first session was taken by Ms. Lopamudra Banerjee, CHRO, Career Media, and she was the inaugural speaker. Then second CXO lecture was delivered Mr. Prem Singh, who is the president of Group HR at JK Organization and also the president of National HRD Network India. He delivered a thought-provoking session on power of choice. Another important initiative was collaboration with the National HRD Network to launch a student chapter, which was held on August 3rd, 2024. Going beyond the corporate, we invited one of the famous Indian author, diplomat, and former member of the parliament, Mr. Pawan Kumar Verma, who delivered 5 special lectures on the broad theme of contemporary issues in business and society. He spoke on leadership, India's foreign relations with its neighbors, India's cultural and social change, and India's middle class. IILM organized the 3rd Principles Conference on September 21st, 2024. The conference was a vibrant convergence of visionary educational leaders and policy makers dedicated to the noble cause of shaping the future of our youth. The conference theme was Roadmap for Preparing Students for 21st Century. On brand building, placement, training, and alumni relations. Keeping in mind the great need of improving soft skills in job readiness of final year students, IILM has got in collaboration with Board Infinity. Board Infinity is India's #1 career platform that prepares students to be job ready. It imparts training to students of several IIMs, IIMT Ghaziabad and other prominent business schools. Students' employability potential has improved through training provided by industry professionals during this year. IILM has also signed an MOU with KPMG to provide certifications in certain areas of expertise that help students in securing jobs. Marketing analytics, Six Sigma, and Lean Sigma courses are going to be offered by KPMG executives on the campus. I would like to share that we are giving a lot of emphasis on introducing AI and machine learning related training of the students and also of the faculty. We have proudly hosted an incredible panel discussion on the transformative power of AI in HR, featuring esteemed experts from the industry on 3rd December 2024. We have also invited a team of Microsoft experts to have an interaction with our faculty so that we can use AI-related developments in our curriculum, in our pedagogies, and we can also impart those learnings to our students. We have also done a few faculty development programs, and the first program was conducted by the experts from Microsoft. It was on AI in education using Microsoft Copilot and AI Tutor. Another training was imparted to the students on the theme of AI transformation, career and industry frontiers. And I would like to conclude by saying that continuously a stream of experts are coming from India and also from abroad. I would like to name only 3. Mr. Professor Atul Parvatiyar, who is a very renowned professor of marketing in USA. He visited recently our campus, addressed faculty members on modern teaching practices and improving research content. Professor A.K. Day, former professor of management at BIMTech and renowned case study academician, has also conducted a few short-term courses and also his workshop on case writing and case method of teaching. Mr. Job Perry, Vice President of ACSB, addressed faculty about the international accreditation parameters to take business school on national and global maps. To conclude my address and my report, I once again congratulate to students of batch 2022-24 for their accomplishments and for making the school feel proud. We cherish our association with you. Henceforth, you are always welcome to visit your alma mater as its alumni, and please do come constantly and help make us the campus and the school much better. I would like to conclude by reciting a couplet of Urdu. Paron ko khol, it is addressed to our students of batch 2024. Paron ko khol, जमाना उड़ान देखता है, परों को खोल जमाना उड़ान देखता है, जमीन पर बैठकर क्या आसमान देखता है, मिला है हुनर तो इस हुनर की हिफाजत कर, संभल के चल तुझे सारा जहां देखता है. थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir. Before I call upon our chief guest, I would request Shri Dubey and Chaturvedi sir to kindly felicitate our chief guest. Now, I would like to request our chief guest, Shri Rajesh Sood, to kindly deliver the convocation address.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Let's try it one more time. Good afternoon. Half of this side is responding, this side is not. Let's wish each other. It's a happy occasion. Good afternoon. Thank you. Well, first and foremost, a pleasure and a privilege for me to be actually amongst you and to have this honor of addressing you as you achieve this fantastic milestone of a convocation, which has come, I'm sure, after a lot of effort, a lot of hard work. Remember those days when you were in the classroom, when you walked in perhaps for the first time, and there was, I would say, a fair amount of enthusiasm and also a little bit of apprehension, not knowing how the journey would be. But here we are, celebrating your success, and I think it's fair to say it's not just an academic success that we celebrate, but genuinely the idea of growth as a complete person that I think this convocation marks a milestone on. Also, a very good afternoon to faculty members, governing board members, parents, family members, all of us who are here. And I guess for me, this is certainly one of those moments that brings back my own memories when I was in chairs similar to yours. And it's been about 33 years in corporate life. And I do want to take this moment to maybe share a few of my experiences and learnings from there that I hope help all of you as you traverse the business world. I always find it simpler in my mind to kind of recollect things if I use acronyms or something that kind of relates to those principles that I follow. So I have kind of coined this for today's afternoon. It's a very simple thing, and I think it's very topical to what you do. It's called I lead. I lead. Lead as leaders, yeah, I lead. And I'm going to talk about 5 principles at least that have guided me through my journey, and hopefully you'll find some use of them as well. The I, to my mind, is both in this context a very personal call, but at the same time I think it can be used as a collective leadership call as well, where the I that I emphasize is about integrity. The one lesson that I've learned over my journey is that how you stand out in this crowded world of leaders and competitive people, successful people, brilliant people, is actually by remaining steadfast to your values. More than any time else, themes like transparency, ethics, and I guess the collaborative world that we all live in gain more emphasis than ever before. And I think that's the one lesson I have learned in my life, that if you have the courage of conviction, if you're able to stand for your beliefs, express them without fear or favor, and again, with absolute pure intent, the life becomes simpler, and actually success in many ways is almost guaranteed. Because it's very few people who are able to actually stay the course. And to my mind, that differentiates leaders today from what maybe was acceptable in the past. I use a very simple principle for this, and I'm sure all of us have been brought up in family values that emphasize this all the time, which is Jaisi Kathni, Vaisi Karni. You all heard this? Yeah? Do as you say. Simple. And I think that's the only thing that I would talk about integrity. It's very simple to understand, it's not complex, it's much required, and I think if you follow that steadfastly, success will certainly be with you. The L that I want to talk about, and that's again very pertinent here, is about a commitment to lifelong learning. All of us have come from these hallowed institutions, and I guess what's more important going forward is that this is just the beginning of your journey of professional and personal growth. You have a degree, an MBA degree, which is of course very coveted, but what it does is essentially sets a platform for you to launch yourself. In no way is your learning complete, and perhaps it never will be. What it needs is for you to kind of cultivate that curiosity, that mindset of saying, I know something, which allows me to be confident, and yet I know that everybody else knows something more than me. And that should kind of bring in the humility of always being childlike, in being curious, in asking the questions, again, imbibing the best that the world has to offer, and making it a better place. So learning is, to my mind, one of those virtues that I would certainly underline for you, saying this is something you must continue to work on, and take charge of this yourself. Very often in corporate situations, we have people who come in and tell us that the company doesn't do much, or the HR department has not kind of put me through any training program. The new world is all about taking initiative. It's about being proactive. Nobody but you yourself are responsible for your growth. So take charge of it and volunteer. Volunteer for assignments, volunteer for things that you believe will expand you, will challenge you, and from there will emerge many more things that you wouldn't have thought possible before. Apart from that, of course, there are formal courses, there are all of those things that are available to you, and we live in a day and age of abundance where there's so much available online, the YouTube Academy apart, that actually you can be whosoever you want to be. There is no constraint at all in your chasing the best version of yourself. The third, which is the E in this, or rather the E in this, is about excellence. That's something I've grown to kind of believe and follow. And this is really about having a vision for yourself. It's about having some audacious goals. As you start off, I'm sure there are lots of thoughts. I heard some of you are in startups, some of you are doing your own family business. So yeah, sure, it's a place that you're starting from. But the question is, have you thought a little bit bigger, higher, and kind of have you put your mind to how to get there fastest? Now, fastest doesn't again mean doing things that are perhaps not right or unethical. It basically means being better prepared. So planning, time management, prioritization, those are the tools you use. And you make sure that you strive for excellence. You create a culture of excellence. One of the issues that we find in companies, and I would say broadly speaking, India suffers a lot from it, is that we accept mediocrity. We're okay with averages. No, we don't have to. We have to be shining examples ourselves of what it means to be constantly striving to get better. One step at a time, slowly but steadily. Take that walk and make sure that your climb is, that upward sloping graph that keeps you constantly kind of doing better and better than before. And again, there is a lot to be said about that. It's not just something that is something required for you in your personal growth, but I think that's what India needs. That's really where you connect everything that your society needs, your business needs, the so-called nation at large needs, and maybe the world needs, to say, how do we get better from what we inherit or where we are today? So having a vision for yourself, having a vision for your business, having a lofty dream, is absolutely something I'd kind of request you to pursue. And at the same time, I would say I use this word often in my conversation with my team members. You have to be bifocal. You understand bifocal, right? A bifocal glass allows you to look far as well as read close by. I think that's what the world today needs in its leaders. It requires you to have that ability to kind of crane your neck and look beyond the horizon, and that's the vision that I'm talking about. And yet, it requires you to actually put your gaze down and become laser sharp focused on execution. So that's what it needs, this bifocal ability to kind of focus on the near term, yet keep striving towards the long term. So the way I put it is play the long game, but measure results every day. That's how it is, okay? The A that I'd like to talk to you about is something that Rajiv also touched upon, and that's adversity and ambiguity. In my own life, I have never learned as much from my successes as I've learned from my failures. And they are bound to happen. I can relate one particular anecdote from my life. I became the CEO Managing Director for Max Life Insurance. I'd been associated with the company since inception in 2000. And in 2008, after having grown that business to a significant size, having built out its distribution, roughly 600 odd branches and 15,000 employees, bulk of which were my responsibility, when I became CEO, we were hit by the global financial crisis of 2008. Now, it came to India a little later in 2009, but here I was in a situation where I had just finished expanding our business and multiplying it almost to 2 times its size over the last 2.5 years. And as the CEO, my first job was to shrink our business footprint by half. So I had to let go of the same people I had hired. I had to kind of shut the same branches that I'd gone and cut the ribbons around. The most painful experience in my life. 1 year of unwinding what I'd built painstakingly over 2.5 years. You can imagine my plight. But that lesson on how to deal with situations, how to deal with people in difficult situations, how the good things that you do when the timings are nice come to kind of reward you when it gets tough, were lessons that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So adversity, ambiguity, challenge, I think these are fantastic friends. Embrace them. Get ready for them. Create that mindset which says, bring it on. And that's, I think, what will really hold you in great state as you go forward. The last, from my point of view, is the D, and that's about making a difference. All of you are privileged to have graduated from this fantastic institute. You all come from backgrounds that have given you a significant, I would say, advantage over everything else that we see around us. How do you use that, not just for your personal upliftment, but actually for the broader society? How do you make sure that you create a culture, an environment of success, not just for yourself, but for everybody associated with you? A very simple task that I used to ask my team members to follow was to measure the energy of a room before they walked in for a meeting and the energy of the room after they walked out. It's a very simple thing. You can all practice it if you want. When you walk into some place, how was the energy in the room? How was it feeling? And as you walked out, how was the energy? Did you contribute a net positive energy to it? Or did you detract from it? Did you take away something from it? I mean, even this convocation can be an example of that. How are you feeling before and how do you feel after would be a great barometer of how well we did. So I think simple things like these, how you contribute to happiness, how you contribute to success, how you contribute to security, how you contribute to that feeling that everybody feels empowered to do their best is, I think, the difference that I'm talking about. And really, it's a very simple thing that all of us know. We all know what's the right thing to do. The mantra that I follow in my life, and it's kind of worked well for me, is that I want to do well by doing good. That way I sleep easy at night. I have no qualms. I have no problem sleeping. People ask me, you run these businesses, is this that problem and all that? I say, no, there's no problem. Because fundamentally, it boils down to, did you do your best or not? Well, if you did, there's nothing else to do. You can't control the output. What you can manage is the input. And as long as the input is sincere and it's at 100%, that's good enough. So that would be my last point for you. Make sure that you focus on what you can do and do your very best at it. So with that, I pretty much want to conclude and say thank you once again for having me over. Congratulations to you. Give yourselves a bigger round of applause for yourselves. You've done fantastically well. Thank you. Shine bright, shine forever. God bless.
Thank you so much, sir, for such encouraging words. I think the principles that you talk about is not just relevant for the students. I think it's relevant for each one of us. And now I would request Professor Raju Majumdar to commence with the award of diplomas, certificate of merit, and the presentation of Dr. Kulwant Rai gold, silver, and bronze medals.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. I request Sri Rajesh Shud sir, Dr. Chaturvedi, Sri Dubey sir to please come forward to confer the diplomas. Sir, I now present before you the candidates for the postgraduate diploma in management of IILM who qualify for the diploma. As I present the candidates, also please allow me to mention the subjects in which each of the students have scored the maximum marks in the class. I'll start. Abhishek Gautam. Adarsh Pratik. Amish Gupta. Ananya Jayani. Anand Shandilya. Ananta. Ananta has scored the maximum marks. Ananta has scored the maximum marks in the paper mergers and acquisitions. Congrats. Ankit Singh. Congratulations. Anubhav Goel, Apurva Sharma, Chavi Gupta, Dhruv Kochar, Dishant Solanki, Grace Kalra, Ritik, Ritik scored the highest marks in venture capital and private equity. Kevin David, Khushi Vidyarthi, Madhusudan, Manjari Bansal, Manjari scored the highest marks in advertising and sales promotion. Mayank Tuteja, Mayank also jointly high scored this paper venture capital and private equity. Nabil Salauddin, Nandini Mathur, Nandini scored the highest marks in equity investment analysis, management of financial services, 2 elective papers. Nipun Kaushal. Nipun scored the highest marks in international business strategy, product and brand management, retail management, sales and distribution management, and also the internship. He did the best among all our students. Parth Ghai. Pratyaksh Verma. Preksha Agarwal. Priyank Mehla. Raghav Bhatia. So, Sir Raghav scored the highest marks in venture capital, in banking and risk management, in financial derivatives, in fixed income securities, pricing strategy, and wealth management. Sachin Raghuvanshi. Sakshi Panwar. Sania Chawla. Sanyam Ahuja. Shikhar Vats. Shruti Bharadwaj. Shruti got the highest marks in advertising and sales promotion. Shruti Kansal. Shruti got the highest marks in consumer behavior, in customer relationship management, in international business strategy and project management. Shweta Sharma. Shweta Sharma got the highest score in AI for business strategy and industrial relations and labor laws. Simran Jaggi. Supreet Bedi. Tansi Solanki. Tansi scored the highest marks in B2B marketing.
I was saying I scored beat highest. I was surprised.
Toshani Kaul. Utsav Jain. Utsav also scored the highest marks in AI for business strategy. Vansh Bansal. Vansaj Gauri. Vansaj got the highest score in power and influence. Vanya Madan. Vanya Madan scored the highest marks in data warehousing and data mining and in AI for business strategy. Varun Singla. Varun Vashisht. Vibhor Tyagi. Yashika Goel. Yashika did remarkably well in a lot of electives, of them IRLL, compensation management, digital and social media marketing, HR analytics, intellectual property rights, learning and development, luxury marketing, performance management and appraisal systems, and talent acquisition. These are the papers in which she topped. Muskan Avasthi. Shubham Tiwari. Sir, I now request you to award the Certificate of Merit to area toppers. For finance and accounting, it's Ms. Nandini Mathur. For marketing and sales, it is Ms. Shruti Kansal. For OB and HR, it's Miss Yashika Goel. I now request Sri Rajiv Dubey sir and Dr. Chaturvedi to kindly felicitate the meritorious students of IILM who has been adjudged for the award of Dr. Kulwant Rai medals for excellence in academics and co-curricular activities. I start with the academic awards first. The Dr. Kulwant Rai bronze medal for academic excellence goes to Mr. Raghav Bhatia. The Dr. Kulwant Rai Silver Medal for Academic Excellence goes to Mr. Nipun Kaushal. The Dr. Kulwant Rai Gold Medal for Academic Excellence goes to Miss Yashika Goel. The Dr. Kulwant Rai Gold Medal for Excellence in Co-Curricular and Academic Activities goes to Ms. Manjari Bansal. Sir, from this year, we have constituted a new award to honor students who work exceptionally well in the area of family business and entrepreneurship. For this year, this special certificate goes to Mr. Anubhav Goel. Sir, that concludes the award ceremony. You can please have a seat. Dr. Chaturvedi, I now request you to award the diplomas to the graduates who are present here.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director General, I award the postgraduate diploma to all students who fulfill the requirements of the PGDM program and are present here. I pray that forever in your life and conversations you prove worthy of the same.
Sir, I now request you to award the diplomas to all graduates who could not make it to the convocation.
By virtue of the authorities vested in me as the Director General, I award the postgraduate diploma in absentia to all those successful students who are not present in person at this ceremony. I pray that forever in their life and conversations, they prove worthy of the same.
Dr. Sanjukta, request you to take it forward.
As part of our convocation ceremony, IILM has a tradition of felicitating their alumni. It's been a tradition with us and that our alumni come back to their alma mater. This year, the selection committee has recommended the names of Shri Anjan Bhattacharya from the batch of 1998 and Shri Rahul Vachaspati from the batch of 1999 for the alumni rewards. I'll start by introducing Shri Anjan Bhattacharya. Shri Anjan Bhattacharya is a partner in technology consulting at EY with a distinguished career spanning over 25 years. Before consulting, he worked with global service providers, OEMs, and startup Happiest Minds. He has a strong track record of driving growth across multiple sectors, particularly in cybersecurity, where he has developed new markets across diverse regions. Currently, Shri Anjan leads cybersecurity initiatives in consumer products and healthcare, working with multidisciplinary teams. An alumnus of the batch of 1998, he is passionate about traveling and reading. He actively engages in leadership talks and believes cultural equilibrium is the key to growth. I request our Director General, Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, and Group Vice Chancellor, IILM University, Dr. Sujata Shahi, to come to the stage to kindly felicitate our alumni. Shri Anjan, I request you to come on the dais and please receive your reward. Shri Anjan, I would request you to say a few words.
Good afternoon. Yeah. So imagine you are passing out today, and 26 years later, you are back with the same purpose. And to top it all, the challenge is, whatever you want to say, every message is taken by your previous distinguished guest. The question is why? The answer remains, values are the same. So very soon you will realize, and I make it a talking point, business is a civilized form of war without compromising iota of ethics and values. So with that, I have only 3 points to make in 7 minutes. So bear with that. I don't want to kind of hijack your euphoria. But to begin with, thanks a lot, Dr. Chaturvedi and your team for having me here, and distinguished guests, professors, fellow graduates. It's equally a memorable event for me today. And I also thank my professors of 1998 batch, along with my mentors in the journey. But first, I want to congratulate the parents. I mean, the loved ones of the passing students. You can't be on the seats and merely clapping. This is your victory. Because I must reiterate, and you must realize, to see the young adults passing these milestones give parents immense happiness. I was checking on the fees. I was checking on the, the canteen menus. Fees has changed. Canteen menu has remained same, right? So 10 rupees rajma chawal, 70 rupees thali in our time. I passed out at 1.5 lakhs. It's 12 lakhs right now. So that's the economics. Finally, students, 30th congratulations. It's a big moment of euphoria. Let the party roll on before it's settled down with Insta and LinkedIn. It'll announce your arrival, but you let the euphoria continue. This is your moment. I believe that by now you have learned that there is no alternate to hard work, right? And this is quintessential format of success. I'm sure this is the new practicing paradigm of experiential learning has also imbibed in. Because whatever, and I've seen so many, I'll probably touch upon that, a lot of us who are into the rote learning are not successful very quickly as we advance our careers. So 3 specific points that I want to kind of highlight and kind of stress upon. Now, why and what of anything is available on internet? Whatever you want to do and why you want to do. How always comes from the individual experiences. So the 3 talking points that I want to talk about comes from that. The first is find your core soon. This is very correlating with the purpose that was talked about by Sri Dubey. So any task which gives you immense satisfaction and joy, and you need very minimal supervision, resonates with the principle of Ikigai. This is how you will find your core. Core will help you to kind of glide through. So basically, you need to listen to your heart and instincts, and very soon you'll also realize assumptions are biggest killers. Mark my words. Assumptions are biggest killers. I've often seen best of the sales personalities are very introvert. Some of the best supply chain guys are from finance. And similarly, some of the sales or the marketing guys ended up their career in recruitments. So there's all diversified from here and now. Nobody can predict where you'll end up with. So find your core soon, because once you find your core, it will help you to find your spot in the herd and survive the political adversities. In any organization that you work way forward, there are a lot of political climate you have to survive. Core will help you to stay focused. Point number 2, which is again correlating to the point Mr. Sood made. I call it a adaptability quotient. There was a reference of adversity. So adaptability quotient will always be higher than others. What are the other quotients? Probably Daniel Goldman, somebody has read, then he's talking about the emotional quotient, there is the intelligent quotient. But it is the guys who have a very high adversity quotient or adaptability factor, they survive. And it usually starts with having a good sense of audience. The people have a very good adaptability or adversity. I'm using this word interoperably. They have a good sense of situation, and you get that only when you read, observe, travel, converse, and engage empathetically. Differential values, right, will come through this, typically. Now, very soon, as I said, you'll realize business is an uncivilized form of war, or rather civilized form of war, sorry, without losing any iota of values and ethics. So adaptability will always come from very deep listening and hearing the unheard. So there was again a very interesting analogy drawn in: when you walk into a room, what is the energy level, and when you walk out, what is the energy level? So it's a very common principles that most of us engage, and I definitely request you to follow this through, what Sri Shudji said, largely because it builds the ability to hear the unheard. That's how you'll kind of build the points to build your adversity. The last but not least is, again, it was kind of coined in talks, is pay it forward. This is my third point. Now, by now you must have realized that many around you are not as privileged like you. And please be extremely respectful towards the people around you, or more so those who are far below in hierarchy and power. Because, and even we are really good with people or staff who are around us, we behave well. But behave well when nobody is watching you. This is my humble request. This is a big takeaway, please, from the experiential learning. It will pay you back in some day or the other. Because people will always remember how genuine you are in their difficult time. Now, it is absolutely normal that your chips will be down in various stages of life. You will have a job loss, relationship failures, health issues of loved ones. These would be the testing ground. Leadership and personalities are always tested on crisis. Leadership and personalities, they're always tested on, there is no template or cookbook for leaderships. They're always, when there is a crisis, you will be tested. It is as much, the integrity is tested on empty stomach, right? People say, I'm a very honest man. But if you are an honest man, you'll be tested when you don't have anything. So motivation always comes from within. It is not that somebody would come and give an interesting pep talk and you'll be motivated. It is always from within, and it is always situation, and karma will also play its own role, whether you believe it or not. In the terminal times, and it has happened to all of us in the room, that you'll find that many unknown hands are dovetailing and intertwining to help you. Suddenly, we win against very odd situations. So that's the power of karma. So my request is, give more than you take. That's how you will win in the game. Finally, success or failure is usually measured where you ended from where you started, right? It's like an integer line. I mean, if your starting point is +5, then success would be you end up at +9. It can't be -2. So the point here is, wherever you reach from here in your integer line, you will be successful if you do these one line straight. And again, probably, Mr. Sood, you touched that, and a lot of my points are hijacked, even though we've not exchanged notes. And it's very, very important. What you say, what you do, what you believe has to be in the linear line. I know so many leaders, in the moment of crisis, they say, oh, you are like my family. They say it, but they don't mean it. And if they mean it, they don't behave the way in the time of crisis. Unless it is falling in a straight line, what you say, what you do, and what you believe. That's why in the common review conversations, at least to the world that I belong, it is very commonly said that your say-do ratio is very different. You say something, you do something, and you believe in something. So please ensure that it is in the straight line. So with that, I conclude my quick 3 points and let the adventure continue. Thank you.
No, you can. Okay. Thank you so much, Shri Anjan. Now I'd like to introduce Shri Rahul Vachaspati. Shri Rahul Vachaspati is the Executive Director at the Automotive Tire Manufacturers Association, with over 20 years of experience across the tire, construction equipment, and technology sectors. He began his career at General Electric International Services, where he played a key role in public policy advocacy for the Indian tire industry. He is instrumental in setting up the Skill Development Council for the tire industry in collaboration with NSTC, and worked on critical issues like imports, exports, waste management, and taxation. He has also led the tire care and safety initiatives as a part of his current organization's CSR efforts. During his tenure, he has also worked with Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery, supporting industry-related matters and CSR initiatives in healthcare, education, and sustainability. I would once again request Dr. Chaturvedi and Dr. Sujata Shahi to kindly come forward to felicitate Shri Rahul. 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 Mr. Rahul, I'll request you to say a few words.
Hi, so thank you so much, delegates on the dais, and students, parents, first of all, congratulations. I think this is a big day for everyone here. So, so congrats for your hard work and for the graduation. So I've been told I've got around 2 minutes to speak, so I'll just sort of quickly wrap up because I'm sure that everyone would want to sort of go out and enjoy. So I think a lot of gyan has already been given by everyone over here to students. So I would not sort of touch on the same things. I would sort of maybe just in 1 or 2 minutes explain what my sort of experience has been. I graduated in 1999 from this institute. Of course, the infrastructure wasn't as big as it is now then, but I've been in the same classes, walked in the same halls, and I've had aspirations when I was a student here, and I've grown. So my sort of advice, or maybe 2 cents, would be sort of be focused, identify what your strength is, know what you're good at, and accept your failures. I think that is very important, because when we know what we are good at, we can sort of work on it, we can build our strengths, we can walk towards that direction, and that's very important in life. The other important aspect, which I think is very important as we sort of, all of you would go into the world, maybe if someone would handle a family business, some would be a corporate executive, give back to the society. It's very important to give back to the society as well. So, because it's important from a CSR perspective as well. Since I have handled CSR across various industries, I know how important it is to sort of give back to the society and be aware of your surroundings as well. So that's very important as well. The third aspect which I want to sort of quickly touch on is your mental health. So there'll be a lot of pressure situations wherever you go. I know I've been into a lot of pressure situations in senior government official meetings. And these can be they can sort of take a lot of toll on your health. So be careful, be mindful about your health. Maintain a work-life balance. That's very important in life. So whatever you do, take less stress, focus on your health, focus on your goals, be calm, and I think and that's what's going to sail you through. So thanks a lot for inviting me. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here in my alma mater, and I wish all the students all the very best, and congratulations to the proud parents. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul. Sir, Dr. Chaturvedi, I would request you to kindly close the conference proceedings.
I request Shri Rajiv Dubey, Chairperson of the Board of Governors, to kindly close the convocation.
This is a difficult one. The convocation is closed.
Just 5 more minutes. Okay. Can I request Professor Majumdar to give his vote of thanks, and then we will have the national anthem.
Dubey sir, thank you for your wonderful words. Satya, Prem, Seva, a very ideal model code of conduct. And the another takeaway that I have from what you have said is what I do after I have failed. So that's possibly one of the most important things that remains relevant and pertinent to all of us, what we do after we fail. Mr. Sood, very enlightening. I lead as a concept, integrity, staying the course, lifelong learning, excellence, adversity and ambiguity, the challenges thrown up and the lessons learned, and trying to make a difference. So you have possibly put many, many years of your experience in these simple words for our students. Thank you very much for your enlightening words. I thank all the parents who are here with us today to celebrate this occasion. I thank my colleagues who has put their effort behind this event. I thank the PGDM students of SCOPE, rather the PGDM first year students and the SCOPE members who have helped us in many different ways to put this program together. I thank the support staff for their support that they've extended. And for my students, it's very difficult to let go, but then that's how what it is today. You know, I just hope that you keep growing and you create wonderful memories for yourself and for people you care for. So keep doing well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I request everyone to rise in their seats for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I would request the graduating students to please assemble in the front lawns for a group picture, followed by high tea.